I love gambling. Now, some people might say, gambling isn't a good hobby, you'll lose all of your money. But to those people I say, look at this image. See, if you stop gambling, you'll never win. And you'll lose all the money you've already put in. But if you keep gambling, you will win. And sure, there's a tiny chance you won't. And your wife and kids will leave you. But let's be honest, they were going to leave eventually, right? So, after creating Minecraft masterpieces that involved me getting knee surgery and crafting lunchly with mold, I thought the natural next step in my career was obvious. I had to answer one of life's greatest questions. Can you beat Minecraft? By gambling. And little did I know how much this challenge was going to affect my mental health. And with that, I let fate decide my destiny by spinning a wheel of fortune and hoping it landed on Minecraft so that I could start recording my video.
Come on. Yes.
And so I'm adding slot machines, where I can gamble my emeralds and make a lot of money. Another thing I'm adding are loot bundles, which can give up to a stack of 10 different items, making it a great way to get a lot of an item you specifically need. But all of that gambling makes life too easy. So I've made it that every block drops a random item when it's broken. And yes, this goes for every single block. And this gambling applies to mobs too, because every single mob now has randomized drops. Like these zombies will drop wool and signs. And spiders will drop sandstone slabs and diamond pickaxes, for example. And finally, I'm making it that every single crafting recipe is randomized. Crafting tables make pickaxes, pickaxes make candles, and chests make dried kelp blocks. And all the mods I'm using for this video can be found in the description, along with a link to join my Discord server. And because crafting is replaced by gambling, I'm calling this world Mine Gamble. But mining is also replaced with gambling, so I guess it's just gonna be called Gamble Gamble. And the first thing I saw was a village. And of course, like any real Minecrafter would, the first thing I did was chop down a tree to get a rabbit spawn egg, and some hay, and a beehive, and some pork, and a carpet, and finally, a dirt path. And trying to craft some wheat with my hay bale gave me mangrove stairs, and from this point on, I will not be naming every single item I get unless it's vital to the story. Because as you can see, the items I'm getting are quite unique. But collecting these items quickly became a walk in the park, if your walk in the parks involved you also cutting the grass. And this pivotal moment shows me getting my first diamond tool, a sword. And if you were curious, sheep drop iron bars and flint. Wow. And soon after, I got myself a necessary item, a crafting table, which allows me to use a bunch of crafting recipes to get stuff. And I also found a smoker. No, not the one with black lungs. And this very smoker helped solve the village's unemployment issues, as I was now able to give 3 emeralds to this butcher in exchange for a loot bundle. And that became my main objective, to get emeralds. But I did find a nether portal, and the pig's drops will shock you.
Yo, bruh.
And these shulker boxes were gonna revolutionize this game, because I was now able to store everything and not struggle with my inventory. I lost everything that day. And it seemed fine for now, because I'd found bread at the village, but food was gonna become my greatest problem. Cows. Please, emeralds. Bricks. And sadly, no, cows did not give me emeralds. And trying some more crafting recipes just led to more disappointment. Okay, that's pretty useless. And that's when I thought of a solid strategy. I need to actually just find a thing I can get quite easily that I can use to consistently craft emeralds. And yes, that plan was great, but this was too. Oh. Because yes, I also added alcohol to Minecraft, because like a true gambler, I could now drink away the pain. And so the quest for emeralds continued, because if I wanted to reliably get those Eyes of Ender, I was gonna need those loot bundles. Get out of here. And then it happened. Wow! Emerald. And I was now ready to leave the village and make my own home. Floating ice. Floating ice. And yes, while playing, I did come up with a song for my base's location. Floating ice mountain. It's just too bad this place can't exist in real life. Yeah, I tried. Ooh, a goat. Come here, boy. I must say, it's actually, it's quite beautiful up here on Floating Ice Mountain. And Floating Ice Mountain had the perfect place for me to carve out a nice casino. It's just too bad that I did not have a pickaxe. But because I could insta-mine snow, gambling for one was not going to be a problem. This is actually quite OP. Crossbow, beer. Oh, more beer. Oh, I just threw out my emerald. And I finally found myself some pants for a full set of armor. And literally a second later, I found some netherite ones. I even spawned in Ice Mountain's first inhabitant. And listen, I am great at gambling. Elytra. And you get this base set up. And I began placing items on Ice Mountain. Even adding a sniffer to keep that other panda company. Ooh, emerald. Emerald. Yes, 2 out of 3 needed. And look, I was obviously quite happy with myself. This is what makes Minecraft the greatest game. Because I did this. I needed that. I needed that. Ender. Eye of Ender. By insta-mining snow, I had already gotten my first Eye of Ender and started finding a bunch of netherite items, so the gambling paid off. And a pickaxe. Yes. And at this point, I was on top of the world. I mean, come on. This is amazing. Netherite boots. Ah. Ooh. I missed that. I had mined so much that I found my first loot bundle without trading. A loot bag. This is what I want from those villagers, man. And of course, it gave me a bunch of magma blocks. 32 to be precise. Bro, what a pig doing up here. And with those magma blocks, I started constructing the most beautiful starter base you will ever see. And sure, like the colors don't match, but look, the interior design is on another level. I'm actually liking this, man. And I cannot say the same for the floor, though. Skeleton horse! Because this was literally the method I used to build it. Yes, it was literally just a bunch of the random blocks I had gotten from the snow. Looking pretty bad. And you could tell I was becoming a great gambler because I left my home to gamble more blocks. Spawner, spawner, spawner. Emerald! 3 emeralds. And no, you cannot place command blocks. And a few moments later, I lost my shovel, meaning that I had to resort to breaking snow with my bare hands, finding the Ender Dragon's spawn egg. Ender Dragon? So without a shovel and with 3 emeralds, I went back to the village, because here I could destroy everything without remorse. A bundle? This is incredible. And while a bundle may seem like the perfect solution to my inventory problems, I just did not use them. But I did experiment with some alternative ways to destroy blocks, using an end crystal, which dropped nothing. But hey, at least I found another shovel. Shovel. And this next thing was going to change the entire playthrough. Yeah! My life is good. I could now gamble emeralds and break into villagers' houses to sleep in their beds. I'll build my casino here later. I just need first to get it started. Perfect place, the market. With a change of plans, I decided to build my casino in the village instead. This is ugly. And so I placed down the beautiful slot machine. And made my casino magnificent. It's beautiful. And so gambling my emeralds began. Come on. Come on. And after losing 2 emeralds, I became like those Americans you see, tapping away at the slot screens. Oh, come on. Damn it. For the moment, I realized I had to pivot away from gambling. I needed to discover a mob that drops emeralds, or at least an item that I could use to craft emeralds, to fuel my gambling addiction later on. But these chickens just dropped ice and music disc fragments. I mean, I got vodka at least. but at least I could drink away the pain. Turtle's gotta drop something good. Turtle's gotta drop something good, I mean. But turtles did not spawn. Okay, witches actually have a lot of drops. But even witches were quite useless, and I continued testing mob drops. Beer. And food was actually becoming quite a big problem, because of how low the chances are that it drops. Rabbit stew. And with my mob spawners no longer working, I had to make some changes. And now with only one mob spawner, things were actually starting to work. It's just too bad that skeletons drop dripstone blocks. But I recognized the mob spawner's potential and started upgrading it with the little blocks I did have. I was going to use every single spawn egg I'd found to try and find the mob that would give me either Eyes of Ender or Emeralds so that I could beat the game. And I might have accidentally placed an end portal frame. Aw, crap. But then I realized that I could actually use those music disc fragments from the chickens to try and craft something, which would hopefully be emeralds. But of course, I had lost the crafting table, and it wasn't at my home. So I just continued mining the snow, gambling to find that crafting table. Oh, gambling. And it did finally pay off. Ooh, crafting table. And for the second time in the span of 20 minutes, I accidentally placed something. And that Vindicator chased me all the way back to the village, where I set up even more slot machines that I found in the snow. And those disc fragments crafted wood, which just made signs. I mean, out of desperation, I was even trying some weird, non-existent crafting recipes. But I was actually feeling fine, because I had collected a bunch of different spawn eggs, and one of them was bound to give me the items that I needed, right? I mean, I even tried cats, okay? And all they gave me were sandstone slabs. Snow golems were actually kind of good, because they dropped a bunch of pink stairs, which was kind of cute. And to get glow squid to spawn from my mob spawner, I thought I needed some water. But that still didn't work. And I thought it must have been the amount of light that the mob spawner was getting. And for some reason, I tried spawning shulker pigs again. Oh, how I hate you. But the glow squid water was actually genius, because now all the mobs that spawned would be pushed to this corner where I could kill them. And man, was this working well. It's just too bad that all of the zombified piglin drops were absolutely useless. And one even spawned outside of the kill chamber and did this to me. It was totally not my fault for hitting the iron golem by accident. But hey, at least I did find another emerald. And at this point, I was even putting zoglins in the mob spawner. And of course I gambled away that emerald I found. But a creeper blew up, which made me lose my last emerald. And this was the final straw, because my wife and kids actually left me. All I had left now was this totally not water vodka, which I desperately needed to try and finish this challenge. And if you're enjoying this video and want my wife and kids to return, please leave a like and please do subscribe. And man, these zoglins were impossible to kill. The mob farm was seeming more and more like a failure every single day, which means it was becoming exactly like me. And maybe my luck was actually starting to change, because I did find a netherite shovel. I even took a peek at the zoglin drops, and they were also pathetic, just like me. And this marks the first time where I realized something astronomical. The recipe book actually showed the randomized crafts, meaning that if I discovered the recipes, I could see how to craft emeralds and Eyes of Ender. And to unlock these recipes, there's an item called the Book of Knowledge. And if you read it, your character unlocks every single recipe. And my new goal was now to find that book. But hey, I had to take a small break to upgrade my mob farm, inserting a hopper that would now pick up the items for me. Everything was now just fitting into place, except for the village, which was now looking worse than ever. But I did give witches another chance because of the sheer amount of items they can drop. And sure, they might have been valuable, but they were also quite annoying, poisoning me whenever they could. And at this very moment, the village got raided by a horde of zombies. I've never seen anything like this. There were literally over 30 of them. It's just a shame they don't drop emeralds, right? And the next day I was struggling, trying to find that Book of Knowledge and something to eat. And luckily, I did find a piece of cooked mutton. Yes. And guess what? another emerald.
An emerald, finally, bro.
Which I of course gambled again. And after some more mining, I did find the Book of Knowledge.
Yes. Knowledge book.
Okay, and maybe it's actually called the Knowledge Book, but Book of Knowledge just sounds cooler.
Oh, it did nothing.
And with the Book of Knowledge unlocking no additional recipes, I was on a downward spiral.
Man, I hate my life. No, it's a placeable one.
But for some reason, the game just wanted to keep me barely alive, giving me just enough food to survive. And beer, of course.
Yeah. Man, I hate this life.
But I wasn't going to give up.
Remember the image. Remember the image.
And I built myself an additional snow golem spawner, so I could get more of those cute stairs. And I even decided to store my eggs to clean up my inventory. And things were actually starting to look good again.
Loot box. Loot box.
It's just too bad the gambling was not paying off.
59 smithing templates.
And just as I was about to harvest my snow golems for their beautiful pink stairs, my game crashed. Just like Lance Stroll.
Damn it.
And when I loaded back in,
Oh man, where am I?
all my eggs got duped. And all this gambling was driving me insane.
Cookie. The double chocolate cookie.
And of course, I tried out another mob, this time being the Guardian.
Pressure plate and light blue dye.
And blazes too.
Infested stone brick. Why?
I had been driven to the point of insanity where I slept outside on a floating bed. Which meant that I had to take a long break, playing my favorite mobile game ever. Not for any particular reason, of course.
Ow.
And this break helped a lot. And for the first time in hours, I felt inspired.
It's time to win this game. It's time to win this game.
I went back to the snow that had helped me so much before and started coming up with a bunch of new strategies to beat the game, with one of them involving a furnace.
Whoa!
And my plan here was to start smelting emerald ore, which is much more common than emeralds, to get more emeralds.
Yes. Perfect.
And back to gambling with blocks, it was. But it actually wasn't too bad, because I was starting to find a bunch of the items I actually needed. It's just ironic how things work out, huh? And after mining a bit more, I now had 7 Eyes of Ender in total. And I got myself another emerald.
Yes.
Which meant I could build another casino. At the place I originally wanted to, Floating Ice Mountain. I even found Max Verstappen at my base.
I trapped the goat.
And it was now time for some gambling.
Give it to me. Yeah, 2 out of 3. Okay. 2 diamonds.
Yeah, apparently I was still a bit crazy.
One again. Yeah! Oh!
And after winning those emeralds, I was now fully invested in gambling.
Come on, give it to me. Come on, give it to me. Come on, please, give it to me. Ah! My last emerald.
And if you ever want a reason to not stop gambling, just watch this.
No!
Gambling was finally working out.
Now. Come on. Now.
Yeah!
Come on.
Yeah!
Yeah. Come on. Yeah!
But no matter how much I gambled, I couldn't get past 21 emeralds. So I just got some new slot machines. But all that did was cause me to lose even more. And after losing continuously, I left with 20 emeralds. And I was now going to buy some loot bundles from villagers. Right after I had a quick stop at the mob spawner.
Oh.
Which unfortunately left me with only 18 emeralds.
My boy, what up, bro?
Which meant I could get 6 loot bundles.
What a deal, bro. 6 loot bundles.
And I was hoping to get some Eyes of Ender so I could beat the Ender Dragon.
Ooh. Let's see. Hops. Pressure plate. Infested block. Okay.
And sadly, it wasn't working out. And so I threw out the last 4 loot bundles.
Come on. Please be something good. 63 dragon eggs.
But besides getting some dragon eggs, everything I received was basically useless, except for polished blackstone, which could craft beds. And if you watch Minecraft speedruns, you'll know they're pretty good for fighting the dragon. And so I set off to the end portal to finally beat the game. Sure, I only had 7 Eyes of Ender, but I was hoping the portal would spawn with the rest.
Ah, my back.
And even at this point, things weren't looking too good.
Please don't be in the damn ocean. Please don't be in the damn ocean. No.
And yes, I was using highly advanced strategies. And after following the Eye of Ender, I spotted something underwater.
What's that? What's that? What's that?
There was some light coming from an underwater cave.
Must be down here, right? It must be down here.
And inside the cave, I got mining fatigue.
Are you kidding me?
Which meant that mining my way out was not an option, and I had to swim all the way back. And I do not know what I ate that day, because I actually had the confidence to try and swim back to the surface. I was basically just hoping that there would be magma blocks so that I wouldn't drown. And there it was, the surface. Just know that in the moment I completely forgot that I had a totem. And when I set sail again, I now only had 6 Eyes of Ender. But after throwing another Eye of Ender, I had pinpointed the exact location of the stronghold. And of course, like a bad boy, I broke Minecraft's #1 rule. But this gamble, get it, did work out for me.
Oh, what are the... Oh. Sorry for bothering you. Sorry for bothering you. Oh, bruh. It's gotta be down here. It's gotta be here. Yeah. Found it, basically. Jail cells, okay. Ah, yeah.
And finally.
Bro. I'm ready. What do I need? Just a little bit more food, maybe? Okay.
And yes, this is how much I had to mine to get 4 pieces of food. Yeah, this challenge did take a long time. And so I sorted out my inventory. And got ready to finally enter the end. But I only had half of the Eyes of Ender I needed. And once again, I started to mine. Building a nether portal to start mining the netherrack in the nether. And my portal was right by a nether fortress. And I started digging into the side of this wall, hoping to find those eyes. But things just kept getting worse, because my netherite pickaxe broke. And I was about to give up, because there was no sign of pickaxes anywhere, which meant I had to start mining with my hands, which did actually get me a gold pickaxe and an Eye of Ender. But you know gold pickaxes, they barely last 10 blocks. So I had to revert back to punching random objects to try and find a pickaxe. And I had been mining with my bare fists for so long that this happened.
Whoa!
And this was definitely the lowest point of the challenge, because all I could do was break random blocks that I had found on the floor. And at this rate, I knew that it would take me hours to find the remaining Eyes of Ender, and I really felt like throwing in the towel and calling it a day. But just as I was about to close Minecraft and give up, I remembered my wallpaper. It's not gambling if you know you're going to win. So I logged back in with a true mindset of a gambler, because I was not going to give up and needed a new, better strategy. And my brother even came and sat next to me to watch me conquer this challenge. So I started breaking down the kelp in the ocean, which was much quicker than mining netherrack with my bare hands. And it was working because I found a
Loot bundle.
And before I knew it, I found a netherite pickaxe.
Netherite pickaxe.
And of course, that loot bundle was absolutely useless. But nothing compares to the loot bundle I found next.
What?
Nah, bruh.
And even though they weren't particularly useful due to the lack of villagers, I did find an emerald. And with my netherite pickaxe, I went back to the nether, just because it was easier to find and pick up items. And man, was it working.
Bro, let's go, bro. Oh, bro. Oh,
What?
dude.
And with my luck, there was no way this loot bundle was gonna be bad. Yeah, it was pretty bad. The only good thing was frog lights and coal. But I did find a blast furnace, and this gave me an idea. Using this furnace and the coal I had gotten from that loot bundle, I could start smelting down items. It's just too bad that what I got from gold items was iron, which I did not need. But there was hope. Because iron items would actually give me emeralds. If only I had known this 5 hours earlier. But you know what, it's okay, because if I do find a villager egg, I can at least get some more loot bundles. And my luck did not stop.
Oh!
And I could not believe it, because I had finally done it.
Oh!
I had gotten the eyes I needed.
Yo!
And that meant it was time. So with my vodka and beds in hand, I was ready.
Let's go. No, let's just do it. Okay. Elytra ASAP.
And by using my elytra and some fireworks I'd found, I could fly up to the end crystals. Which of course, went like this.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, it was not going too well. But hey, the second time I actually did make it. And no, frog lights are not good for blocking explosions. But I was actually making some decent progress. And when my fireworks ran out, I just used a water bucket to climb up the towers. And I wish that I could say that the strategy was good.
How did I survive that? How did I survive that, bro?
And I eventually did replace my frog lights with something more protective. And before I knew it, I had destroyed yet another end crystal.
Oof. Crap.
But it was fine, because I realized I could just pillar up and then ender pearl to the towers next to me. And luckily, I was better at throwing ender pearls than landing on the towers with an elytra.
Ooh.
Because at this point, I was almost ready to go down and defeat the ender dragon. And when trying to ender pearl to the next tower, this happened.
Oh!
After doing something you would only see in a dream manhunt video, I had finally destroyed the last crystal. And obviously, while waiting for the dragon to perch, I died again. But no matter what I did, I could not hit that ender dragon.
Whoa, what?
And then the rarest thing in Minecraft history happened. And seriously, I could not find anything online about this happening to anyone.
How do I kill this thing?
Do you want to use bats?
Bruh! Dragon TP! Where is it?
And on that terrible disappointment, no, I could not beat the game. Thanks for watching!